great. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, buddy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Indiana Success Happy Hour. Brian Quinlan here from Daniels Real Estate.
Brad Niccum from Nest Mortgage Group and Tasting Tequila with Brad.
Should I say, and from Move Me to Indy?
I
So
think
people
you
go
should.
check out my YouTube channel.
I would start saying that
There you
every
go.
time.
I feel like I should. So go check out Move Me to Indy on YouTube here.
Also from the tequilashop.net. So today, if you're watching this show and you want to purchase a tequila, jump over to tequilashop.net and find some great tequila that's going to be shipped directly to you.
Nice. Do I have to put that on screen too?
Man, I would really like for you to tag it in the product section of our show. And
We have a product section?
I'll show
You
you.
need to teach me about YouTube, it seems.
I thought you taught me how to do social media.
I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. All right, we're ignoring our guests. Sir, feel free to tell the folks who you are.
All right. Eric Page. I'm the owner of the Fowling Warehouse Indianapolis in downtown Indianapolis.
I love the Fowling Warehouse. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You had a long drive from Fishers.
Yeah.
He did not. Fishers is right down
it's
the
right
road.
there. Longer than I needed.
Yeah, there was a car accident. He had to turn around and go back.
That sucks.
Yeah, right at the railroad crossing.
Down to Mass Ave and over.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It is rough. What do you got here today, sir? Looks like some cheap tequila.
It does look like cheap tequila. This is Tapatio. And a Tapatio is someone who lives in Jalisco that is mainly in Guadalajara. If you are the upper echelon of people, right? Let's say
I feel like I am.
you live in Carmel.
Oh,
You like
I live in the upper echelon of Southside Indianapolis. Does that
so
count?
that's where the trailer parks are happy.
Oh no!
Where the men are proud and the sheep are a little nervous. But Carmel is like the high-end level people. Well, that's somebody who is a tapatio. So if you are a high-end person in Guadalajara, you are a tapatio.
So bougie.
And this tequila came out in 1937, made by the Don Felipe Camarana, which is Carlos and Felipe Camarana's father, G4.
G4.
Tapatio is going through a major change. This, what everybody thinks is a cheap bottle.
It does look a little cheap,
is
I'm not gonna lie.
inexpensive, and it's a fantastic tequila. It's going to change soon. So I figured I would honor drinking their 110 proof, 55 ABV, fantastic tequila. So
I believe that's what you have, Eric, right?
I do. I'm looking forward to it.
We introduced you some new tequila today, right?
Yeah, it smells great.
isn't it? Doesn't it?
It does,
It's got a great nose on it. It's a lot of citrus and cooked agave and some minerality, and it's so good. This is a great tequila.
Yep. Smells like tequila.
What do you think of that?
That is incredibly different than what we just had.
Oh yeah.
But as far as tequilas go, white, Blanco tequilas, that's
Now,
incredible.
would you think that was 110 proof tequila?
No,
Like,
no way.
it's so dangerous. Like, you can just sip on this all day long.
That's why I'm gonna just watch
Yeah.
it there.
Go
for a
easy.
second.
Next thing
That's
you
right.
know, your feet are up and your shoes are off.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about having guests who've never been here before is their reaction to you giving them tequila that's really good.
Yep.
It's always impressive.
And
And I don't know anyone else who knows tequila, so I always feel like you sound like you know what you're talking about. So I'm going with it. And so you explain things well, and you've definitely opened people's eyes to new tequila.
I am now an actual panel member of what used to be Tequila Matchmaker, the agave matchmaker. And I'm probably not allowed to talk about it yet because it doesn't
Is that
start
like
till
the Tinder of tequila?
Yes, it is. So it's like the Hollywood of tequila. And then I'm also a formal reviewer, one of 12 reviewers of the Tequila Report, which will be launching in January, which is Tequila J Bear.
We know who makes that. J
Yeah.
Bear. What's up, J Bear?
So I probably just announced this too early because I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it until January.
We're still a
1,
couple weeks away from this episode.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So it's really it's an honor to have these people reach out to me and ask me to do what I really like to do and talk about tequila. But yeah, I love it. It's fun.
Well, hey, I have beer.
Hey, but it's from our favorite brewery,
our
Sun King,
friends at
baby.
Sun King. This is out of season. It is from the Pride Month. I've had this on the show before. It's called Lions in Love, which is a watermelon hibiscus flavored beer. No watermelons were harmed in the making of this beer. And Kevin Smolar, my man from Sun King, turned me on to this beer, and I happened to find a single version of it at Total Wine recently. I'm like, well, I'm getting that because we're out of season.
the detail of that logo and those flowers. I mean that's freaking amazing. That
Artistry right there.
that rivals the Yayo
It does.
Day of the Dead
You're
boxes
right.
that were amazing. That's really amazing.
Absolutely. So Kevin and the creative team there, Sun King, well done. Eric,
Yeah.
thanks for being
Cheers.
here
Yeah,
today,
thanks for
man.
having me.
So
Cheers.
I met Eric recently at Full Fest, which took place at the Fowling Warehouse. Now, how many years have y'all had Full Fest?
This is the 4th year.
Okay.
So
I'm fairly certain I've been to the last 3. I don't
Okay.
believe I was at number 1.
Okay.
One of my favorite events. And we've actually had John from the Bearded Guys podcast.
Great
He's
guys.
been on our show.
Yeah. Yep.
We got introduced to him no, that's wrong. The other way around. I met him at Full Fest last year and got him on the show. Then he introduced me to Kevin from Sun King. So a nice little grouping there of people coming together. And this year he told me about Full Fest in April. And he's like, hey, we're in charge of it this year.
Yeah.
We're bringing in the vendors. So get your tickets early. I was like, okay. So I bought my tickets in April.
Yeah.
I was that
Thank you.
excited.
Yeah.
So you are the owner of the local Fowling Warehouse.
Yep.
Yes?
Correct.
Okay. So to the lay person out there,
Yep.
I have attempted to describe Fowling to them in the past. Could you please explain what the hell Fowling is?
Sure.
And why isn't it Fowling?
Yeah. Spent a lot of money on that rebranding to put that little Omicron
Thank
over the,
you.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Still doesn't work. Everybody calls it Fowling.
People didn't pay attention to that in school. They ain't paying attention to it now
Right,
either.
Right. Now it's basically, if you can think of the game cornhole or bags wherever you're from.
Yep.
And
It's
shuffleboard.
cornhole. It should be cornhole everywhere.
It's always
Bags.
cornhole.
Bags.
I know.
They're idiots.
It depends on where you are in the United States. Some people call it bags. But if you cornhole, shuffleboard, football, and bowling, if you all got together one night and maybe had some incredible tequila, this happened. And the game actually happened completely by mistake out at the Indianapolis 500 track.
Wait, it was discovered here.
So you
or created.
this
here
is
in
your
Indy?
deal?
No,
Nope.
So it's back in 2000, so 25 years ago. Guy named Chris Hutt. We're from Detroit.
Hi, Chris.
Yep. And we build things in Detroit. That's kind of what we do. And
Kid Rock in the house.
yeah, there you go. Partied with him in college, actually, which is a
that's
whole nother
freaking
story that we
He's
won't
not
get
drinking
into.
this beer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No, he's
No,
not.
no, he's definitely not.
He's shooting bullets with that one.
But Chris built a regulation size bowling alley in sections and put it on and separated it, put it on a trailer, took it down to the Coke lot at the 500 for 4 days of debauchery.
Nice.
That's just what you do at the Indianapolis 500. What happens there stays there.
Except here we are in
Except
business.
we are 25
Except for
years later,
herpes, that shit goes home with you.
So these guys, they set up the bowling alley and they put out the pins and they rolled their first ball and the backstop totally failed, knocked over a grill. I mean, the stories are
Did they roll a bowling ball?
100%.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a regulation size.
So they were trying to do bowling.
built bowling, right? And if you've ever
Portable bowling.
seen, yeah, well,
Portable.
nowhere near portable because these boards were heavy. You needed a trailer and whatever.
Oh my goodness.
So they left the bowling pins up because the backstop failed, and they're like sober enough, thankfully, to say this is a bad idea. Somebody's going to get hurt. And for a while, people were driving mini bikes into the pins, and there's some.
I think I know those guys.
Well, have you ever seen the Tiki Hut out in Lot 1A? They've been in the same spot for 25 years, and they've been the same group. It's just and so a couple hours later, somebody was playing catch with a football, and an errant football knocked over the pins, and Chris was like,
New game. Yeah.
and Chris was a bricklayer. Like he moved bricks around in Detroit. That's what he did. He was a salesman for a bricklaying
Say
company.
Brad was a bricklayer
was a
back in the day.
bricklayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't remember the name of his company that he worked for, but he was like, him and 3 other guys sat down and they came up with the rules for bowling. And
There in the Coke lot?
they're in the Coke
Oh,
lot
shit.
in a RV that somebody had driven down there. Lots of beer consumed, and they came up with it. And ever since then, so then they came up with the game, and then Chris went back to Detroit and kind of re-engineered some things, still working his day job. But on the weekends, he would take a lane, so 2 boards and bowling pins to bars around Detroit and put them out in the parking lot and say, hey, can I just see if people like to do this? And it really kind of worked out. People were having a great time. I mean, it's like cornhole, and you get a good cornhole tournament going on. People kind of have fun.
Yeah.
And
Great drinking game.
it's a great drinking game.
What part of Detroit? Like I have a bunch of friends in Washington Township.
Okay, so the Chris lived in. We were born. We all lived in Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills, which is north of Detroit.
Yeah.
But he was a definite kind of East Sider guy. Hamtramck is where his warehouse is right now, and that was the original warehouse. So it was kind of the I don't want to say hipsters because he's not a hipster at all, but he was kind of like these cool speakeasy types of bars that he would go around and find these places and be like, hey, can I set it up in the back alley and just ask some people if they want to go play? And it worked out really well. And then he had a handshake deal on what was called the Toy Warehouse in the worst zip code in the United
This
States.
place where Eminem and Kid Rock neither will go.
This is the worst zip code in the United States. Okay. And this place had no heat. It was on the second floor, and he had a handshake deal for $1,000 a month to rent this like 10,000 square foot space.
Wow.
And there was a reason for that, obviously.
Sure.
I mean, it was as sketchy as you can ever. You can't
You
even
didn't park your
imagine.
G-Wagon outside?
No, you did not do any of that. And he kind of had like this membership club where you would bring your own beer. He didn't have a liquor license and anything like that. It wasn't formal, but he created this kind of following type of thing where people would come and hang out and have a great time. And without telling his wife, a couple of years later in 2000, end of 2012, he signed a lease on an old abandoned factory in Hamtramck, which was
better neighborhood.
It's hard to get worse, better is not a stretch, but it's good. It's, yes, I shouldn't say it. Much
you
better.
can park your car outside.
Yes, much better, much safer. But it was the old Jeep axle factory where they made all the axles for the Jeeps in World War II. So he kind of got it for a song, and I mean they scraped off about a foot of whatever on the floor. Total funk. And him and his buddies were doing this on nights and weekends. They would come and of course somebody would bring a case of beer, and really not everything was getting done, as quickly as it needed to be. And they were getting into a point where they were running out of money. They were like, we can't, they raised a little bit of money, but not enough.
Did you say Farmington Hills though?
No, we're from Bloomfield Hills.
Oh, Bloomfield.
But
Farmington Hills, that's where all the gated houses are.
Bloomfield Hills.
Oh, that's Bloomfield Hills. Okay.
Farmington Hills is too. Farmington, it's north side suburbs are all very nice.
It's like Carmel.
Yeah,
those people don't even say it's Detroit.
I like to say I'm from Detroit. I like to say it. I feel much.
If you said Farmington Hills, Michigan, no one would know.
We're from the gated
neighborhood. Right. Bloomfield Hills.
When they talk with their teeth together.
Yeah. So he called his brother-in-law, who was my brother's college roommate. They're both investment bankers. Long story short, they threw some money into a pot and said, hey, we'll invest in it. You can hire some real contractors and get the thing done. And they opened it in December. Actually, today, this morning was the 11-year anniversary of the first Fowling Warehouse. So
this
cheers to them.
Cheers, that for sure. That's freaking awesome.
That just came to me.
This being recorded December 4th. So 11-year anniversary.
Yes, yeah. So 11 years ago, they opened kind of with their hair on fire, much like we all have done for the Fowling Warehouses. Took off like a rocket, and it was it was awesome. And they basically kind of, after about a year, they're like, well, we should franchise this thing. Let's build another one.
Yeah.
So then Grand Rapids opened. Again, 2014. So 2016, Grand Rapids opened.
Those people are kind of bougie over there. They
were into little bougie.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know that I've touched a football.
But they love it. And then 2 years later, Cincinnati opened, and they've been going like a rocket as well.
I know I've driven by the one in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and they're kind of like it's a destination type of thing. Like you got to kind of make a plan, and that's what we love about middle of the week. People are like, "What do we do this weekend?" We're like, "Let's go to Fowling Warehouse this weekend.
Let's go
throw some footballs. Go make some noise and throw something inside that's encouraged." So then Atlanta and
You should start running with scissors there.
yeah, we've thought about it. We've thought about it. Believe me,
That
We've
sounds
thought
so
about it.
fun.
Yeah. So then
Atlanta and Indy
Atlanta
about
and
the same
Indy
time.
opened at the same time. So we moved down here in October of 2019. My wife and kids and I, we all just had a great.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. I gotta back you up
Okay.
because pre-show,
Yeah.
I asked for a little bit of background on how you got here.
Yeah.
You didn't just move to
No.
Indy. This is kind of a bizarre story of
Yeah.
how you even wound up
For
here.
sure.
Please.
All right. So went to college, got a hospitality degree at Northern Michigan, way up in the UP. Was a big skier. That's what I like to do. And after 5 years in college, I said I need to thaw a little bit. I got a great internship. I got a great internship with the Walt Disney Company in Orlando. So I
Awesome.
was running their hotels
Wow.
in for the Disney Company. Got recruited to go work for Wyndham Vacation Ownership and build their flagship resort in inside the gates of Disney, which was the first one, which was super controversial, which was kind of fun because you could.
What's it called?
Called Bonnet Creek Resort.
Okay.
By Wyndham Vacation Ownership. It was Fairfield when we first started, and then Wyndham
Got it.
bought them. Anyway, then I finished building that and was running that for them, and then I got promoted up to Destin, Florida, which was great. We had our first child in Orlando, our second child in Destin, and
Best sand in Florida.
best sand in
Santa
the
Rosa
country.
Beach, Florida.
Yeah,
best
we
sand.
lived in Sandestin. We loved it. It was great.
Never been.
It was awesome. Yeah,
Missing out. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
Your feet squeak when you walk on
yeah,
the sand.
yeah.
That's how soft it is.
Yeah, champagne sand. So then, but I always want to get back to Midwest. I'm a Midwest kid by heart. We were building a family and starting to do all this stuff, and I wanted to get back to Midwest. So I got into healthcare back in Midwest. My family's been in healthcare forever. I had some connections. Did that for 6 years. We moved back in 2010. Was doing that for about 6 years. Did a big roll up, sold that off, and then I worked for Clear, which is the biometric identity at the airport. And I was based in Detroit, ran the Central United States for them, but I was in a plane like 3-4 days a week, never home. And
Do you have a lifetime Clear membership?
We can't talk about that.
Okay.
I might have hacked something.
Can you get me one?
I'm kidding. If anybody
get me
says
one?
yeah, you got an Amex. It's free. Who cares? Delta Amex. So anyway, I was actually in Texas at one of my airports. I was running all the airports in Texas, and Chris called me and said, "Hey, can you get to Indianapolis like right now?"
And you, if I'm not mistaken, you were in line, like maybe
Yeah,
to
I was
go
getting
fly
out-
somewhere
I
else.
was coming back home. I was coming back to
Okay.
Detroit, and I backed out of line, and I did a little research for 2 minutes and found a flight that was leaving in half an hour, had a 4-hour layover in Indy, which made no sense, and then to Detroit.
Why
I was
not?
like, this actually makes perfect sense for me. So I flew up here, got an Uber, came over, looked at the warehouse. Chris was already here,
Okay.
and I was like, I don't see it. Like, I mean, this place is a disaster. If anybody knows the location,
Yeah. How familiar with Fowling and the warehouse setup, like, were you at that point?
I was about this much.
Okay.
I had
What
been
year was that?
This was June 26th of 2019.
So
Okay.
when I sold medical supplies in downtown Indianapolis
You wouldn't
in
go.
1997, we didn't want to drive down the
No,
road.
no.
And my wife and I, we leave there a lot, and we're like, this is amazing. These homes sell for 1.1
Yeah.
million, and back then
Yeah,
they
they
sold
do.
for $1.1.
Oh yeah, if you were lucky. Yeah, I mean, we've had
It
plenty
was
of people
so
come in
rough.
and say you wouldn't go in this area.
No,
10, 15
ever.
years
No,
ago.
now
No.
they're tearing all of them down, building up these,
Yeah.
I don't know, odd looking buildings, but they're so cool.
Yeah. So we're in the big what was called the Circle City Industrial Complex, but it's now called the Factory Arts District. But it's a 540,000 square foot building. It's where Louis Switzer built the first turbos for the Indy cars, and then built air conditioner units. It's an awesome historical 110-year-old building.
One of the oldest auto manufacturers in
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
That's
Yep.
cool.
Them
Yep.
and the Stutz building.
I did
Yep.
not know that. All
Yep.
right.
And I met Larry Jones, who's the owner of the building, and his story is great because he's like, oh, if somebody wants to rent 500 or 50,000 square feet from me, let me tighten up my tie. And
There we
he's like,
go.
you want to do what with a football?
You're
And
gonna
You're
throw
giving them
balls
a
at heads.
Rodney Dangerfield kind of vibe.
Yeah. And
Respect.
but we met, and the building owner was great. He's a big philanthropist. He loves kind of some oddball stuff, and we're about as
That
oddball
is
as you can
oddball
get.
right
Yeah.
there.
So I went back to the airport, called my wife, and I said, "Hey, you want to move to Indy and open a Fowling Warehouse?" And she said, "Sure." And I mean,
Your wife is great. I don't
she's-
know her, but she's great.
couldn't do it without her.
That's awesome.
I expected a very long, lengthy reason why we should do this, and it was like, okay. So we came back and we sat down and talked about it a little bit further, and then we put the business plan together, raised the capital in the month of July, and sold our house and moved here in October 1st of 2019.
Good
And
timing.
good timing. Yeah.
Outside of 2020 happened.
Good timing.
And then we, we show it to our kids, and they're still a little bit battle scarred from it because you walked in, the roof is falling down, like there was crap everywhere. It was an old recycle force plant where like recycle force was in there, and it was just trashed. I mean, it was just you had to have a vision. It was rough.
Sorry, quick cut off.
Yeah.
There are a few places I know in that strip of the building. Centerpoint Brewing, big fan. Eighth Day Distillery. What was there first in all of that?
As far as those two,
I know, just as far as like anything in that building, what was already
The
like
building was
accomplished
abandoned
there?
for a long time.
It was super
It was
abandoned.
abandoned
It was
for
going to get
years.
knocked
It was
down.
going to get torn down.
So
Yeah.
it was going to get torn
I guess
down.
A side question is, were you the first one in that building?
Oh God, no.
No, okay.
No. Larry Jones moved in there, and there was like 6 tenants maybe.
Okay. And there was the waste place you talked about. They were there for a long time.
They were.
That was, and they do like recycling of light bulbs.
Yeah,
Everything.
okay.
Yeah. So heavy equipment. I mean, the power in there was unbelievable. The amount of power they had. So there were a couple, there's a ton of artist galleries. I think that's a big component of it.
An amazing cake place.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
No.
Oh, they moved out.
Yeah,
Is
they
the
moved
chocolate joint still there?
out. Sachati.
Yeah.
They're kind of in transition to stuff. They're doing like a food infusion thing. But yes,
Got it.
they came in after us.
I'm totally throwing you off track.
It's
here.
okay. It's all right. But Centerpoint was kind of one of like I would say anchors.
Okay.
And that's really where I was like, okay, Centerpoint Brewery can do this. We can make this happen. And it was cool. A really cool vibe. Love the Centerpoint guys. They're awesome. And
good beer.
And good beer. And Eighth Day Distillery is great. And they're manufacturing a ton of new stuff. So
Why haven't you had them on the show, Brian?
Which one?
This one.
The Centerpoint or the Eighth Day Distillery?
Either
or both.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on it. I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
I
It's gonna put us in touch.
I know
Let's
some
go.
people. Yeah. So again, we started demolition in kind of November of 19.
Okay.
Again, we moved here with I think back on it, like right now, 6 years ago, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
For sure.
I'm like, what did I get myself
You just
into?
moved to a new city. You got a dilapidated
I
building.
got a dilapidated building, got 3 young kids. I'm renting a house up in Fishers, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm driving down every day. I'd come home, I looked like a chimney sweep. My wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm just trying to clean something.
To make a place where someone can throw a football and bowling pins.
I don't know, but at some point when I come home, you need to be dressed like Mary Poppins because it's going to be great.
Funny. Yeah, holiday would have been great. And then obviously COVID hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So COVID hit in March. I mean, we kind of had the feelings of it in February, and then March it hit like a freight train, and I had all this stuff out to contractors for work. And I had a bunch of them they just said, hey, we can't do it. So my wife and kids and I ended up building a ton of it, like all the rinks that you see, all that wood, all those nets. We did all that.
Very good.
My kids operating a chop saw at a very young age.
Sweet.
It's the best time. They still have all their fingers.
Yeah, they still do.
All right.
I mean, you only need 4 to get along. As long as you don't lose the thumb, you're good to go.
And I didn't pay them, so child labor laws.
That's the best. They're your kids. You don't have to pay them.
Right.
We'll edit that part out.
You fed them.
Yeah, I found them. Put a roof over.
Yeah,
that, so
that's right.
whatever.
They weren't coming at all.
I drove through there. I didn't make you walk.
They didn't have school.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah.
They were.
That was their only class.
Online.
That was the
learning.
industrial arts.
It's exactly it.
Industrial arts right there.
Yeah, so we kind of went through most of 2019, and we were getting there, and we're like, all right, started to take shape in August 20th, which is my birthday, which is which is fun. We had the health department in. They said, okay, you can open.
And this is 2020.
Yep,
at this point.
you can
Yep.
open, but nobody can come.
No, this is the best part is they said you can open at 25% occupancy.
Ah.
And I'm like, okay, my occupancy is 3,500 people. Done. And so I was like, 25% of that, I don't even know if I could handle that. So we opened the next morning
to anyone who wanted
to come in, and it was awesome. I mean, we had a great kind of core group here that really helped us, of guys that have been out to the track every year, and this was kind of their thing. So they spread the word for us. We did very little marketing because we had no idea when we could open. So we didn't know. We were just like, oh, let's just put the open sign up and see what happens. And first couple months was still in the COVID era. Like it was kind of coming back, and then wasn't. And the first 6 months I had a shirt that said I was the mask police, because like you had to wear a mask. You're throwing a football around, getting sweaty, and people would take it down. And I'm like, can you please put your mask on?
Yeah.
Can you please put your mask on? It was terrible.
Wear mine on the plane.
The greatest day was when they said no more masks. I was like, oh God, like just finally.
I had to wear mine at the Players Championship in Florida.
Yeah, outside.
Awful.
It's insane.
If I went someplace they said I'd wear a mask, I'd leave. I'd just come home and go, all right.
Right.
I'm going to drink here. I'm going to drink here.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't going to catch anything. Look at my blood.
Yeah, you're like this. There's nothing that's going to
I could have drank hepatitis juice and been okay.
So yeah, we got through to January 1 of 2021, and haven't looked back. It's been awesome.
Great.
And it was scary as hell, and I definitely questioned a lot of decisions that, like, why did I do
How
this?
could you not? Yeah.
Why was I throwing a good, I was an executive with Clear. had a great job.
What entrepreneur doesn't think that though? Every entrepreneur looks back and goes, "Man, why did I do that?"
Yeah, and believe me, there's been plenty of failures. There's been, because I think that's where I've always wanted to be. Was like I kind of wanted to blaze my own trail of stuff. So I've always, I've got a lot of friends that have been kind of doing this their whole life. They've been selling insurance, or they've been mortgage people, or in the real estate industry. They've done that. And I've got a lot of friends that are still kind of like, they're still just trying to figure out who they are. Like what do I want to do when I grow up? So it was intense and scary, and I had a lot of sleepless nights, but you surround yourself with some good people that you can trust. That's the most important thing I could say for any entrepreneur listening.
Hardest part too.
It's the hardest part. It's the hardest part to find the right people, and but when you do, take care of them, let them know how good they are and how important they are to you, and do everything you can to not let them go.
Love on your people.
Love on your people, 100%.
So food, you have food there?
We just started.
That, for the years that I've gone to Full Fest and just a couple times I've been to Fowling Warehouse, I actually kind of appreciate that you haven't had food.
Yep.
No offense to where you're going.
Yep.
But
You
I
seem
kind
to
of
be like a hungry person.
I like the idea of, I can bring in my own stuff.
Yeah.
Which is great and very open. And when I was recently at Full Fest, I did notice, what is it? Wait a minute. It's called a bonk, when you throw the ball and hit the red pin in the middle.
First throw, yep.
And so it's a pizza.
Bonk pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, you had it. You were there.
You were
right there. So again, to give a little background to it, we've always been like, bring whatever you want. You can bring in a crock pot. You can bring in a Michelin rated chef. I don't care.
I can order in a pizza, have it delivered there, right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling you had more crock pots than Michelin chefs.
We did. But a ton of the first couple of weeks or months we were open, Mike Cunningham came by and he's like, what in the holy hell is going on here? Because cluster truck, everything's, they watch where all the drivers are going. He's like, I got a driver here like every 15 minutes. What are you doing?
And for those who don't know, Mike Cunningham, owner of Cunningham Restaurants,
Yep.
which is Commission Row and Mesh and the livery. And
Yep.
Hey, Mike,
Great guy.
we'd like to have you on the show.
We're working on that. That's going to happen.
Yeah,
the Bimberg, all of those
yeah.
great places.
Yeah, he's a solid individual. And they just opened a pizza place across the tracks called Shindig. Great pizza. And he's a solid individual. And he was fired up for us to say, I love it. You're crazy, but whatever we can do to support you. And that's awesome. That's
very
kind
cool.
of the entrepreneurial mindset, if you will. But yeah, so to get to the point, we've always allowed you to bring in whatever you want. And we kind of have partnered with some, call it preferred vendors for a while, and one of those guys is who you should definitely have on this show, um, is Jeremy Brown, and he owns Nameless Catering, Who's Your Home Style. He's partners in Clues Brews. He's got it.
Clues Brews. That's easy.
Yeah.
Like Blues Clues.
Yeah, right,
Just like it.
Wow, that's
Just
a
like it.
great name.
Patrick Clues is his partner in it, so Clues Brews. And
Wow, that's
great.
fantastic.
So we, again, when we opened, we had found Nameless Catering and Jeremy had approached us and said, "Hey, I'd like to do some of your catering for it." And they're knock on wood, in 5+ years, they've never missed it. Their food's always great. They're always on time. And even when I throw them a massive curveball, like, "Hey, I got something going on here. Can you help?" And in like 10 minutes, and he makes it happen. So again,
Great.
in the spirit of this thing, you got to find the right people and the right people to surround yourself with. So we were always saying, like, we'd like to offer the feedback that we got from a lot of our reviews was like, it would be so great. It's a 4.9, but it'd be a 5 if you had some food, just a good pizza.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so we talked about it for a while, and timing just kind of worked out. And we just opened 2 weeks ago, Bonk Pizza, and it's very straightforward.
Love the name.
It's just a good pizza, some good air fried chicken wings, and good breadsticks.
All right.
And
That
again,
sounds great.
yeah,
I'm in.
and again,
Brian's a teacher, like a bring your lunch to school guy.
yeah, Paul Maggart.
I'm a valet.
yeah, right.
Hey, pizza's my favorite food.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
So what
I'm
about
gonna throw
drink?
Footballs.
Can we get cocktails
Yeah.
and tequila
Full-
and all that?
Yeah,
Full bar.
full three-way bar. You can do all that. And
Who's your bar manager?
That'd be me.
So I need to.
Actually, I wouldn't say that. I would say,
Do you have a great tequila selection?
I no.
Okay.
We know people.
Yeah. I think we need to talk.
We're gonna help turn that around
yeah.
real quick.
There
Yeah.
we go.
We've had some great parties in there where we've had some requests for tequilas, and I can see it. Like, it's important to have some good tequilas in there.
And that group is growing. The people who know good tequila is growing. To have that right stuff is good.
Yeah. Well, we were talking earlier, and I said I was a bourbon guy for a long time, but I hated the hangover. And I just don't get, knock on wood.
No, you won't.
When you drink good tequila,
Literally, you could drink here tonight with me, wake up tomorrow not sure where you are, and not have a hangover. I mean, the key, you may not know where you are or what you did. Your underpants may be in a crock pot somewhere, but you're not going to have a hangover.
Megan, I hope my wife's watching. Here's my address. Here's a pin drop. This is where I'm
That's
at.
right. That's fantastic. You know what? On that note, we're going to pause. We're going to set up some shots and come back. We got a lot more to learn about the Fowling Warehouse. We'll be right back. I'm Brian, your Indianapolis realtor. If you are looking to buy or sell a house in the Indy area, I'm your guy. If you're coming from out of state, want to make a move to the Indy area, I'm your guy. Check out the show notes for a link. We can get in touch and get you started. Thanks for watching. Now back to the show.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we've got some Cambio here on the stage. What would you like to say about Cambio?
Cambio is one of the greatest tequilas I've ever had. It's a newer brand.
That's a bold statement.
It is. Chef John DeRosier has put together a great program. And I'm going to tell you, when you taste this is going to blow you away. As an añejo, as a whiskey drinker, this is 94 proof. So you're used to higher proofs, cask strengths, those kind of things. It's not going to drink like a high proof, but it's going to drink like a bourbon. But you're going to still have the essence of real tequila. And French oak, everything's in French oak. So
love it.
The nose on it is just amazing. Brian's like,
it does not actually. I will say it does not smell like tequila. I'm not going to tell you what I smell, but it's not tequila.
Wow, they've been so different.
Is that amazing or what?
That's really good.
Like from a 110 Blanco that you had to Conexiones, which is a orange yeast, to this aged tequila. This is unique, delicious. This is amazing.
Delicious. It's warm.
Yeah, my face is really warm.
A little bit. a little bit.
Yeah.
You get the bourbonish, the
Yeah,
whiskey out of that.
you can
I
well, think
totally
it's
feel
the
that, yeah.
oakiness, whatever that you can know that this was done in good barrels, I guess you could say.
And I don't remember his age time. Tohono crush,
There's
wood
no one's testing.
fermentation, white Burgundy barrels, aged a little more than a year.
Okay.
So just a little more than 12 months in
Yeah.
a white Burgundy barrel.
I think this was cool about tequila is it just doesn't take as long as like the bourbons and stuff like that, like or whatever, the scotches and stuff like that. You're like,
Yeah,
you can make
absolutely.
great product.
Well, think about it. We drank this,
Yeah.
right? This is Blanco. This is what goes in the barrel.
Yep.
You and I would never sit down and drink White Dog. And I have some over there just for people to taste. I have the White Lightning White Dog from Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
The tequila, the flavor doesn't come from the barrel. The flavor comes from the plant.
Right.
And the barrel is a nuance. It kisses it. It changes it. It adds nuance to it. Where bourbon and whiskey, the flavor comes from the barrel. That's why it takes, 3, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20 years to develop the flavor.
Yeah.
The flavor doesn't come from the liquid. The flavor comes from the barrel.
Yeah.
Eric,
cool.
I don't know if this is something you'd consider, but maybe you have a tasting tequila night, have Brad come in and host a little bit of tasting tequila.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Charge some people to come in and learn about tequila.
That'd be great. I'd love to do it.
I'm
That would
in.
be super fun.
There we go.
Sure. I'm doing those all the time
gonna
now.
be
These
your
tasting
agent.
tequila events are
Yeah.
like blowing up. So
I'm going to be your agent.
you sent me one with the trivia night guy.
I did.
And on the same day, I got 2 other people requesting tasting. So
There we go.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's going to be my side gig. Brad
go.
Niccum, agent. Do you ever watch The Amazing Race?
I do.
Okay. Do you know that the Fowling Warehouse, I believe Cincinnati.
No, Detroit.
Oh, shit. It
Oh,
was.
on
Okay.
the show?
Yeah.
Yes, it
It was a final stop.
It was.
No way. They
Their-
made the final
Their
stop
final
Detroit.
destination city was Detroit, and one of the challenges they had to do
Final
was knock
challenge.
down one pin,
One pin.
which
And then run to the finish line without getting shot.
No, yeah, that would have been good. That could have
That
worked.
would've been
probably.
good.
they had to hop in
Detroit actually is a
sketchy
very
car.
nice,
Yeah.
safe city
It is.
today.
Detroit's
It's
awesome.
really
Yeah,
amazing.
go to Detroit. It's great.
We've actually had a guest on from Detroit, our friend Al Sariano,
Mhm.
who is on the show, lives in
Hi, Al.
lives in
Northern,
the
Southern
township,
Michigan.
Washington Township, which
Okay.
is just northern
Yep,
Detroit.
yep.
It's a very nice area.
Yep.
mortgage guy.
Yep.
All right. Do you know the backstory at all about how Fowling wound up on The Amazing Race?
So, interestingly enough, so the Amazing Race had to approached Chris Hutt, the owner, founder of
By the way, I've
Fowling.
auditioned for The Amazing Race 3 or 4 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That was years ago, but
Yeah.
continue.
And he had to actually sign a $10 million
Non-disclosure.
non-disclosure.
Oh my gosh,
agreement.
yeah.
And he had to keep his mouth shut for a year.
Oh my gosh, that's
They-
so hard.
They came in and which is once you guys ever meet Chris, you'll be like, how did he do that? Because Chris is a story guy. You should have him on next time he's in. I'll hook you guys
Oh,
up. 'cause
please,
that'd be great,
yes.
Yeah.
because he's a great dude. And you guys will be here for a day. The guy's got stories.
Oh, great. He's got
about
stories. Brad got stories. I'm
everything.
never going to say a
We'll
word.
have
everything.
Pollard come with us.
Oh,
We'll
Jesus.
be there for
And
a day.
we'll bring
Yeah.
in Sean Daniels.
Oh my
I'm
goodness,
never
we'll never
talking.
leave.
So the only again that happened right when we were building
Okay.
the warehouse here in Indianapolis.
I was going to ask when that was
Yeah.
on the show.
So we get a text on this group text. It says, "Man, from Chris. He's like, I can't wait to watch The Amazing Race tonight." And I'm like,
That's bizarre.
I wasn't able to talk about it for a year.
yeah, but that's all he says.
Oh my gosh.
And
no
I'm
way.
like, Chris, what are you talking about, dude? Like you don't seem like an Amazing Race type of guy, but maybe it works, whatever. And he's like, dude, you got to watch it. I hear it's going to be awesome. And I'm like, okay.
I
whatever.
hear
That's so
somebody
funny.
told
Yeah.
me.
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
birdie told me.
And so my wife and kids and I were sitting there watching it, and we're like, oh my God.
They're at the
There it
warehouse.
is. They're at the Fowling Warehouse, Hamtramck in Detroit. And there's Chris on TV. And I have no idea who won it or whatever, but they hit the pin. Then they had to get in a cab and take a boat out to Boblo Island, I think. And that was the actual finish
Okay.
line in the river of Detroit, in the Detroit River.
Gotcha.
And that was the finale of The Amazing Race that year.
Sounds like
Okay.
such a clean place
Yeah.
to end up in the Detroit River.
I remember we've seen the majority of the Amazing Race
Yeah.
episodes, and I remember watching that. Could that have been like spring of 2020?
Yeah, it was. They did the taping way before. Like,
Okay, true.
Yeah,
Yeah. The reason I ask is because I remember seeing that on the show and thinking they're opening one of those here in
yeah,
Indianapolis.
yeah.
And I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That has stuck with me now. Hell, what, 5 years later?
Yeah,
And
we just had our 5-year in August. So
that's
yeah,
so cool.
Yep.
So do you
Love the
do
Amazing
private
Race.
parties and things like that too?
tons
So-
of it. Like right now, I mean, that's what we were doing all day
Oh, I
today,
bet
and
you are.
tomorrow is bananas. We're starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and we are running it back all day long. We've got and Indianapolis, we're very fortunate. We've got good companies that like to get their people out, and
It's different.
yeah,
That's what I love about your place, and I guess there are other reasons, but it is absolutely unique for anything we
Yep.
have in the area.
Yep.
We're gonna go that direction.
sure.
One of the things when I bring up the Fowling Warehouse to people, and by the way, it's not Fowling.
Yeah,
It is. It looks
bowling.
like it because it's FOWL,
Yeah.
but it is bowling with an F. So Fowling.
That's a problem with us dyslexic weirdo
Yeah,
speller people.
And you said you spent a lot of money putting
We spent all
the straight line over the O.
It's not the Omicron. But
It's okay. No
I
one
don't
knows
even know what the
that.
hell that thing means.
There's a word for it. It's called
I
something.
know it's
Uh,
above it
And
in
I
Añejo.
had some
It's there in Añejo.
marketing exec from San Francisco come in and say, "Well, this is what you need to do.
Uh.
And here's my fee." And I'm like, I could have done that.
As
But,
a former second grade teacher, I know that the straight line over the O means long O sound.
yes.
Anyway,
As a drunk, I know it's Añejo.
There you
It's
go.
above
That's
the-
there you go. That's good too.
That's a
So
squiggly.
whenever
It
I
is
bring up
squiggly.
Fowling Warehouse to my friends,
Yes.
and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we should go do that."
Yeah.
I always have them pause. I'm like, "Okay, I enjoy Fowling,
Yep.
but I can throw."
Yep.
And I feel because I've had my wife there with me one
You
time,
athletic.
and she spent probably a good 40, 45 minutes playing one-on-one against another woman, and neither of them could throw worth a shit.
Yep.
And it's one thing to knock down pins when there are 10 of them.
Mhm.
But when there's just one, you got to have some sort of throwing ability. And
Can't
so
you just hit the platform?
and I've told people
Yeah.
you could throw
No.
it however you want.
Yep.
You could overhand it like a football.
Yep. I
You could
underhand it.
underhand it.
Yep.
Hell, you could hike it like a center. Who the
Yep.
hell cares?
Yep.
As long as you knock over the pins.
Yep.
But
Just don't kick it. That's the only rule.
but the thing I tell people is if you
Oh,
can't
shit,
throw,
Jeff Saturday's here.
it can be. We're gonna get into that too. It can be frustrating
Yeah.
for people who don't throw very well.
Sure.
So, how do you describe it to people?
Yeah, and again, I've played enough. You think everybody's like, "Oh, you got to be awesome at it." I'm like, I'm terrible.
Were you a thrower of any kind?
No,
prior
I was a
to-
kicker. I was.
Oh,
I was,
shit,
I was,
okay.
I was a kicker. I
And
was
you
a soccer
can't kick
player,
it?
and I
There's
can't
no
kick it.
Indianapolis only rules.
No, we might have
Safety.
we might have bent it for
Yeah.
the
What if you were just a high
Soccer
school
team.
partier and you weren't in sports at all?
they're awesome. And again, you said your wife, we've got Johnny Rico, quarterback, high school, college stud, comes in with the girls, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill this," and these girls are like, "Whoop," and they're like, "I win."
Yep.
And yeah, and they're like, and I've seen grown men like literally cry because their wives or girlfriends or
Mhm.
whatever beat them, and yeah, it is a challenge, but again, that's what we're there for. We can kind of give you some tricks of the trade. We can kind of say, "Hey, listen, try this." We can watch you for a second and say, "Hey, listen, if you took a step over this way
Mm.
and did exactly the same thing, you'd probably hit it." And then they would do it, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is great!" Whatever, fun. It is challenging. It's for sure. But when we think about group activity type things, just for the record, we just had our 9th engagement.
Okay.
In Fowling as a whole, for all the warehouses all over the United States that we have,
And there are 10. You said.
they're 10.
Yep.
And so here in Indianapolis, a couple came in that were just coming in for league play. They ended up being partners, and they just got engaged a couple of weeks ago. And it's kind of one of those things where, for company business, especially, where we differ from somebody like, say, a Topgolf, where you're kind of separated into your cage. If Mary from accounting and
Brian
Brad from the CEO are they might get teamed up together, and Mary's going to come in the next morning and just be like, you know,
I
did it
dominated last
or,
night. Let's
or
go.
whatever it is, and there's-
dominated you.
yeah,
you
and
bitch.
there's this one of the biggest things that we get is from when the feedback we get from the groups that come in. We have Eli Lilly come in all the time. Before I came here, my wife was calling. She's like, "Hey, Eli wants to come in with 150 people on Thursday.
Oh, sweet.
We got to figure it out." And I'm like, because we're slammed this month.
I imagine.
With
There's going to be Zepatide everywhere.
I was like, "Hey, can we talk about that for a second?" Yeah, so
Viagra for everybody.
yeah. But
Viagra and Zepatide, skinny boners everywhere you go.
that's good. That was,
Now
that
it's
was
a
good one.
party.
That's a party. But no, what it really generates is just a camaraderie, and that's what it's all about. It's about sportsmanship, good fun. One of our main rule when you come in is no knuckleheads. We don't want knuckleheads in here. We don't want people that are coming in here to be a
Is that
knucklehead.
the tagline at the bottom of the logo?
Knucklehead.
Fowling Warehouse, no
It's
knuckleheads.
right when you walk in. It
I've
says
seen that,
the
yeah.
5 rules. First one, no knuckleheads.
That's great.
Knucklehead,
And-
that's like an asshole or a dickhead or
yeah,
any of
whatever.
those things.
Yeah, for all those young guys out there.
The,
Knucklehead. Don't be
the
a knucklehead.
times I've been there,
Yeah.
Full Fest or
Yeah.
just hanging out, I just don't care.
Maybe
You know,
we-
it's just fun.
It
And
is fun.
that's one of the cool parts.
We promote, if you're indoors, we promote throwing things, making noise, getting excited. We have when we talk about the bonk, which is something you can't do in bowling, and the story behind that, I got to tell the story because we're here talking about it. So the guys, when they were coming up with this game at the 500 at the track, somebody threw a ball and knocked down just the 5-pin because it's set up just like
The one in the middle.
one in the middle.
Super challenging.
Can't do that in bowling unless
can't
you
do that in
throw the
bowling.
bowling ball.
Can't do
No.
the bowling. So these big guys that had a couple of beers in them, and I'll say a couple of beers. Some guy comes up and they're like, "Dude," I mean, I wasn't there when it happened, but the story is actually hilarious. And if we get Chris on here, he'll tell you the story because it is hilarious. But this guy was just like, "Well, we got to call it something."
Yeah, you do.
What would you call it? And he's like, "Bonk." So it's trademarked. It's the whole thing.
Was that
that's
someone
awesome.
in Indy or was that somewhere else?
It was here at the track.
Oh, that's
It was
great.
When the game was
Oh,
being
no
built.
way. Okay.
So when you do that, and then we've got a Calverton, or not Calverton, we got a freighter horn in the warehouse, and when we've got 500 or 600 people in there, and we kill the music, pull the train horn, the place goes nuts, and
So-
hopefully everybody will come and get a shot of tequila.
For those of you that don't know, yes, if you hit the middle pin on the very first throw,
Right.
and it's the only pin you knock down, they blow the horn, and by the way, you win the game. That ends the
And-
game right there.
And now with our pizza,
You get a
with
free piece of pizza.
a small pizza.
Oh,
A
my
small
goodness.
palm pizza. So
You know,
shout out to Jeremy. and
I think
Steve.
this would be awesome. I don't know if I can make it happen or not, but my buddy Riley Green is going to be playing Ruhoff in, I
There's no H
believe
in there,
it's
just Ruoff.
look, it's a mortgage company and
Come
they
on.
can kiss my ass and I can say it wrong all I want. My buddy Riley Green's going to be playing Deer Creek or
Right.
Verizon
Yep,
or
Verizon. Yep.
Klipsch
or whatever it is.
or
Yeah.
Ruhoff, however
Right,
you say
Ruhoff,
that
got it.
stupid ass place. But maybe,
Yeah.
just maybe, I can get enough information to the right people that we could have Riley Green.
Come on in.
And
They
I
all
might need
stay
your
at
help. I
Bottle
might
Works.
need your help. We'll get
listen, they all stay at Bottle Works.
we'll get the company behind it,
Yeah.
and we can get the
What if we
information
can
to
get Clayton
Riley.
out there.
Clayton
Clayton
Anderson to
Anderson?
come.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
My buddy,
love it.
Macaulay Williams, who owns Alamo de Jaguar Tequila, just put out the new Duck Club Tequila. Riley Green's new bourbon. Sorry, Duck Club bourbon.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe we can
I've
get
seen
Riley
that.
Green
Yeah,
to come
yeah,
down
Yeah.
when he's in town. That would
Oh,
be,
this is great. I love it.
and we could do a live show.
Let's,
Can we set up
this
to
is-
do a
oh,
live
I
show?
got
I've done it. I've done it with a couple radio shows. We could do it. It would be great.
That's awesome.
Listen. That's the beautiful part about my warehouse is it's 50,000 square
Yeah, it's
feet,
big.
and it is a blank canvas. We can do anything.
Do you have a bar like this we can do it from?
Actually, it's not that different.
So we had the Savannah Bananas in.
Holy cow,
Oh,
they're
they
like
did.
really
Oh
famous.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
we had a private buyout for the Savannah Bananas and 200 people that bought tickets. I had the entire Savannah Bananas team on my bar, dancing, singing their whatever song that they get everybody pumped out about.
The
I've got
banana song.
the banana song, and greatest group ever. I mean, they were such an awesome because it's so
Say Jesse
similar.
Cole seems
Yeah.
like just a super
He's
cool dude.
super cool. Him and his wife, and obviously to me and my wife doing this, I got to sit down and just bend his ear. I'm like, okay.
So if we do the show
Yeah.
there live, do
Yeah.
we have to wear banana suits?
No, we're not.
No,
part of the
not-
bananas.
no, but yes, the door is always open. We are
That may be our
Open to
new
anything.
place to do the podcast.
No,
right?
no, we can't get
well,
this
this
stuff right
is
here.
this is
Yeah.
pretty special.
You like
This
this
is
place?
unique. right
yeah,
here.
this is very, very special. I'm unfortunately gonna have to show my wife. This is where we're going.
Babe, we're
Well,
going.
if you
for
need
this.
if you need an architect to help you,
Yeah,
We designed it.
You know,
and I put all the wood on the wall.
see we're very similar because
Yeah.
I built a lot of the wood on all the wood. that
Yeah,
we
I
did
mean, you
for
can
the
have your
rinks.
kids cut the wood and build the
Yeah.
bar for
I
you.
did every single piece of the wood.
Now they're
My
older.
How long
buddy
did it take
did
you?
the drywall, and I did all
How
the
long
wood.
did it take you?
To get all the wood on this
Yeah.
wall? Like 5 days.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, it was easy. stuff.
Easy, he says.
I'm getting ready to build a nice door down here. That'll be here after Christmas.
Ooh, good
Yeah.
news.
So
All right.
This is very similar. This is all we got all the same stuff. I mean, this is
Yeah, it's in my
sweet.
bathroom next to my urinal.
All right.
If you don't have a urinal in your house,
Yeah, you're not living.
you're right. Because having a urinal, this sounds
I got
crazy.
tucked
The other
something
night, I
up.
woke up at like 3 a.m. I got up, walked out of my bedroom, all the way down through the house
Ooh,
to
didn't
the
fall down
urinal,
the
all
stairs.
the way back up to the bed. And my wife went, "Where'd you go?" And I said, "To the bathroom." And she's like,
You have one right there.
"Where were you at?" I was like, "The urinal."
Oh, by the way, I had some tequila on the way.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things that crosses my mind every time I'm
Yes.
playing foaling. What?
Polling.
Okay,
Foaling, you're foaling.
thank you. So, somebody like a Daniel Jones or
Based on the last couple of weeks, he
Carson
wouldn't do
Wentz,
that great.
any of the professional QBs, Heisman Mendoza comes in.
Yep.
How good would a professional quarterback be at foaling? And I guess a connected question: have you had anybody who can really throw a football come in?
Okay. Well, couple of questions there. Yeah, they can be. Anybody can be good at it. Anybody can do it.
Sure.
Whatever. It's
They
not
all have off days.
Yeah, not everybody's
Last
perfect.
Sunday.
Not everybody's perfect. But you can definitely understand that for a quarterback who has got their mechanics so dialed in,
Seem like it
throwing the
bonks
ball
all the time.
No, throwing the ball down at bowling pins, they want to hit you right here at
Right.
5.5 feet.
Or in Alec Pierce's case, way up.
Way up
So,
here, yeah,
so
way up here.
they're not like
Some are. Some are good. Obviously, we've unfortunately we haven't had any of the quarterbacks here in Indianapolis in yet, but we're working on it.
Oh,
We've had a couple of the Pacers in. That's actually
Do
tall
the
guys,
Pacer?
they're
Do the
just like
Pacers?
this.
Are they like
They're
this?
just
with
like
the
this.
football?
They're just throwing like that.
I,
but
you know,
they're-
I've done a lot of like go karting,
Yeah.
and you go to like fast times, and we've had Tony Stewart show
Yeah.
up, and a guy named Kevin Studley, who's a great, NASCAR or a sprint car or go kart and sprint
Yeah.
car driver, and Connor Daly.
Count
show
out,
up.
sure.
So you'll go to this go kart track, and you'll walk in, and you're like, oh shit, Connor Daly's here.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get blasted. So it's not the same. It's like if you
No.
go in like an
Well,
athlete
It's
thing.
a different trajectory.
It's a different trajectory a little bit. Again, here's the caveat to the whole thing. Once they figure it out,
Oh, then you're screwed.
you're done.
Then you're screwed. Okay.
You're done.
Yeah,
We
So
had-
makes
win the
sense.
early games.
exactly. We had
Do the first 4 and then I'm out.
Correct.
if you look it up, there's a big commercial with Jim Harbaugh in the Michigan one
okay.
when he was still the coach at University of Michigan, and he came in, and I mean he's out of his prime, whatever, but he can still
Oh,
throw
I
the
bet he can
ball.
still
He
throw.
can still. I mean, believe me, it would
You got to
hurt.
target. You got to target.
Yeah,
Right.
it would hurt if we caught it. And he was definitely like, why? I just can't figure this out. But once he did, those guys are such mechanics.
Oh,
That
then
they're
it's
like,
game
all
over.
right, I got this, and they can dial in. But it's wild because I'll have guys that never threw a football necessarily, but they've done it. They've fooled for a long time. And our leagues, some of these guys, it'll take them one shot, they'll get a strike. I mean, which is really hard.
That
to
is
do.
hard to do.
Getting a
Wow.
strike throwing a football at bowling pins is not easy.
Yeah.
We've had 185 of them. We're over 200 now all time at the Indianapolis.
And that's in 5 years. That's
in 5 years.
not a ton.
Yeah. And we get a lot of bonks, but some of these guys, it'll take them, they'll be on one night. They'll be dialed in. They're like 1, 2, 3, done. And they got them all. And they're not good.
It's like, I suck at sports, so I've always every time he
You're
says
not
he
allowed.
want to
You can
come,
drink
he's like,
tequila.
Actually,
like
you,
nobody's
no,
you
gonna-
it's-
can come along, but you'll
but
not be on my
I'll
team.
go to like fast times, right? And
Yeah.
I'm a good go kart driver.
Yeah.
But like again on those days, you're like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
Tony Stewart's here. This is stupid. He's gonna beat me by like And again, he only beat you by like 3 seconds.
But it's enough. He
But
beat you.
shaving 3 seconds is like, how in the hell did he do that? So I figured when one of those pro athletes come in, you're just like,
Yeah.
bonk every day.
Yeah.
It would seem to me, based on what you're saying, that a quarterback will eventually figure it out, but maybe
100%.
not good from the beginning. But I used to be a pitcher.
Yep.
It seems like a pitcher might be the ones who are good at it from the get-go.
Pitchers are great. And we were talking free
That
show.
makes
sense.
And I forgot his name.
Drew Storen.
Drew Storen, yeah.
Drew, we're getting
Yeah.
you on the show.
Yeah.
Who's Drew?
He's Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Whiskey.
Oh, yeah. That's
He's-
Mark Patrick's kid.
Correct.
Yeah.
You said that, I would have got
That's
you.
okay.
Yeah, there you go. He was actually at Full Fest and he was throwing for one of the breweries and you could see I didn't know it who he was at the time, and then somebody had said who he was, and I was like, and I'm watching him and I'm like, oh yeah, he's a baseball pitcher. I get it. I mean, he was
gonna
played
figure it
in the
out.
All-Star game.
Yes, not just a baseball pitcher. He was a major league pitcher who was in the All-Star game.
And once
he pitched in the World Series.
Yeah, once he figured out the trajectory and how to get his mechanics right, like
Game over.
he was good. So
I remember walking up to the Field of Dreams table that day. I'm like, is Drew here today? Oh yeah, he's out throwing. I'm like, oh, that's
He's
quite
getting
an
warmed up.
advantage.
Yeah. But again, surprisingly enough, like some of the cornhole studs that can just drop it in there all the time, like because I'm an underhander because I underhanded, I'm better that way, and
Better for your arm.
better for your arm. Yeah, I don't walk out like this with my arm at the end of it, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was like
it's just
softball
figuring out-
pitchers.
yeah, it's just figuring out your just once you get dialed in, and like you said, everybody come in, kind of screw around with it a little bit, and then we'll get you guys going. And again, what's great about it is that anybody can do it, and anybody that comes in, I spend a lot of time just meeting people and talking to them. They all have a great time.
It seems so much more masculine than pickleball.
Not dude.
I
Have
don't
you
know.
played
Pickleball's
real
pretty
pickleball?
intense.
I have a
Yeah.
pickleball
Dude.
net here. I
Yeah.
tried
That's
it for
not
a little
even the
while,
same.
and I was like, I don't
No.
want to do this.
I don't know, man. Some of those pickleball.
That seems more
Yeah.
masculine than pickleball. I'm just
You
saying.
can hammer that pickleball.
I was a skier in college, and my knees can't take the pickleball though. I just the
okay.
start and stop. I can feel my knees like going 2 inches past me when I try and stop. So.
That's not supposed to feel like that.
Hey, as marathon runners, we know what that's
Yeah,
all about.
right.
We're running a marathon in January.
Yeah.
We're getting it put together, and Brian's knees are
Yeah.
hanging in
Our
there. It's
torn
gonna
meniscus,
happen.
we're good.
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
What are you running?
The
Disney.
Disney
Oh,
marathon.
I've done it.
No
You've
way.
done the
Yeah.
Disney marathon?
Oh,
Yeah.
baby. This is my first and only running event of my entire
Don't say
life.
that.
I thought you were.
Don't
like,
say
would you-
that.
No.
I ran the
I've done a
Honolulu.
ton of triathlons,
I ran the
so
Honolulu
just-
last year.
I
ran the Honolulu marathon last year,
Okay.
and then decided to talk Brian into running
In January,
the
he
Disney this
convinced
year.
me to sign up
All for
for
charity.
a marathon.
Yep.
Which the coercion for that was, what if we raise money for a charity? If we
$1,000
raise $1,000,
Sure.
would you sign up? I'm like, all right, let's do it.
So you're doing leukemia or
You know,
No,
and I-
actually, my wife runs a food pantry on the south side of town.
good?
I threw in an extra grand.
He
if-
matched
if we raised
1,000.
it.
By the time we run the race next month, we'll have 3,500.
Awesome.
And then a guest from our show who has also run the Ironman triathlon like 6 or 7 times.
Cool.
She has said, if you finish the race, I'll give you another $500. So we're going to be close to $4,000.
Good.
To a local food pantry.
Yep.
Like, can
Okay.
you imagine how amazing that is for a food
It's
pantry?
been great. I will tell you, Stephanie has already gotten all of that money, except for the $500 from Marty. And I mean, it's been
All right. So I got.
Super cool.
Is this your pitch where I have to match?
No,
the
no,
500?
No, not at all.
Well,
No,
I
no.
have to now.
Hey,
Everybody's watching.
Hey, listen, we run this. We run on the what day do we run? The 11th.
January 11th.
And then
Okay.
on the 15th, I fly to Mexico.
Yeah.
And on the 18th, I run a 10K in the Matatan for a children's charity in the Matatan, Mexico. Like,
Good.
we're just all about it.
So let me give you some advice on the Disney Marathon.
Okay, please.
It's colder than you think in
Okay.
Florida on
Yep.
January 11th.
I
That's
bet it is.
bullshit.
I bet it's not colder
just-
than here.
No,
However,
no. Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
will
be
say
50s.
I've done it. I lived there. I did it.
Oh, okay.
I used to run the boardwalk
40s and
hotel,
50s, right?
You're gonna run right by the boardwalk when the sun's coming up. Finally, and I can just tell you, it's when you get there at 4 a.m. to get into the
Mhm.
The
parking
shoe
lot,
corrals.
get into the shoe, and get all that stuff. Just bring an extra layer.
yeah.
I will. I totally. I
So-
already know.
In 2020, we went to Disney World for Christmas.
Yep.
First time I've ever been there for Christmas. And on Christmas Day, we did the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
It was the first day, I believe, in their history that there was literally snow on the morning of Christmas Day.
I'm praying for 80s.
Nine in the morning. It will not be.
Listen,
no.
I'm going to start burning a tire every single day for global warming so I can get it heated up for the
Better
run.
burn the tires in Orlando.
They're tractor tires. I'm
Okay.
burning big tires.
All right,
Al
all right.
Gore's going to big tractor tears when I do that.
So people tell me, and I promise Brad I will not do this, but you can ride rides.
No,
during
you're
the
not
Disney
riding
Marathon.
a
I know.
ride.
I just said I'm not doing it. Do people ride the rides during the marathon? Okay, that's not real.
No,
Well, the parks are the parks. You'll be
The
done.
parks don't open till
the,
late, right?
the half marathon, the
Yeah.
Princess Marathon,
Yeah.
my wife said people literally stopped, got on a ride, rode
Yeah.
the ride, and then came back into the marathon and ran. And that's the half marathon where they dressed in princess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, either way, I've said
it's
there's
been a
no
minute.
chance.
Obviously, I was there 20 years ago.
Oh, it's been a while.
So it's been a minute, but I don't know.
We're not riding no rides.
No.
I
Brian,
said-
this is 6
I
hours. We're
started
finishing
that-
in 6 hours.
I started
Oh,
that
that's
with
good. Then you can
I'm
do
not doing
I did
this.
5 hours and 30 minutes at the Honolulu.
We're going to do that.
And that's up a mountain.
We're good.
Florida's very flat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's flat.
Exactly. So yeah, I have a
Yeah.
torn meniscus. I've
Yeah.
got a leg brace.
Good.
It's all going to
I
be
got
You
a
don't
friend
need
that's going to
this.
hand
You
out
don't need it.
tequila.
I don't need that.
I got tequila being
pain.
handed out at mile 3, 12, 16,
Wow.
and 20. So we're good.
Is our distributor friend, is it Dave?
No, my buddies
Is he
from
gonna do
the
that?
Agave Social Club,
right.
Tim, Doug, all those guys are going to be handing out tequila for us.
Just bring one because I'm not drinking
Yeah.
that, guys.
Yeah, you are. It's going to get you through.
I
the
just-
pain you're going to have, you're going to need it.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to the
Yeah.
show.
Yep.
Eric, you've mentioned leagues multiple
Yes.
times, and
Yep.
we're kind of wrapping this up.
Yep.
So what's involved to be in a league? What does that entail?
So Thursday nights, and actually this is a great, just a little.
Yep.
I got to
He's got to drive,
I
for
gotta
God's sakes.
Long
Long drive to Fishers.
So to give you a little bit of feedback or backstory on this, when I opened this warehouse, we came up with the idea of the national championship.
Oh, okay.
So the best 4 teams of the winter league, which is just coming up right now, it's every Thursday night at 7:00, starting in the first Thursday of January, goes for 10 weeks. And the top 4 teams represent their warehouse, and they play against the best 4 teams from all the other warehouses. And this year is our year
Cool.
to host. Last year was in Cincinnati, and actually the Indianapolis team won it, which was awesome. The Fluttering Ducks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fluttering Ducks.
Yeah, like the bar in.
That's the Peyton Manning pass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank
But those
God he
guys
didn't have to run.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
good. He can throw it.
you can throw it. But yeah, so we have it's every Thursday night 7:00, and it's a blast. And
It- Question about on a team.
Yep.
How many are on a team, and
2.
how many actually play?
So it's
Oh,
you're a
it's just
2-man team,
two-person teams. Okay.
2-person teams,
And
and
it's
if
2
you-
on 2.
it's 2 on 2. Yep.
Okay.
And
Shirts and skins.
shirts and skins.
Woo, hey,
we don't do that. Wink, wink.
Until 10 p.m.
Yeah.
when we're
Bowling
going.
after dark.
Bowling after dark. Yeah,
Does-
bowling after
yeah.
dark.
Side
Yeah,
note,
yeah,
not
yeah.
at all related. Does your wife like bowling?
She does. Yeah,
Can she throw?
She throws.
She parts of the
Yeah.
skin team.
How about your
She-
kids?
She's an athletic. Kids are. Yeah, yeah.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did.
I-
I heard it. Yes, she is.
She's
But that-
MVP.
But that's when everybody's going.
MVP, baby.
That's right. That's after
she's
midnight.
technically the boss. So
Gotcha.
let's just keep it there. Yeah, the kids enjoy it.
How old are your kids?
I got 18, 15, and 11. So we moved here. Shift all that 5 years.
Do they go to Fishers High School?
HSE.
Okay.
Yeah. So graduate.
Royals?
One's at IU now, studying nursing, and the other one's a sophomore at HSE, and the other one's at the Hitch.
They're not studying entrepreneurship to take over the business?
Don't go to college for that. Please
No,
don't.
so
go to college for
again,
that.
I've actually begged all of them to become
Yeah.
just go into a trade, please. For the love of
Yeah,
God, like go be a welder, go be a
be an
just
electrician.
be an electrician, and just do it. Like you're done. But yeah, no, they're great.
Please don't end up as a
yeah.
barista.
Yeah. My youngest, my son, who's the youngest, he loves it for the fact that he can bring his scooter down and just
Scoot
whip,
around.
just
Yeah.
whip around and do whatever. But I mean, it's unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, it's 24/7 in my house just because we're always working as an entrepreneur to talk about this. Obviously, it is you're 24/7. I mean, that's what it is. You're always it's always kind of what you talk about. It's what you're doing. It's you're there. So
Do they work like part-time gigs at your place?
our oldest does, yeah. Our
Okay.
18-year-old does. Yeah, she'll come in. Actually, she'll be coming home for. She doesn't know it yet, but she'll be coming home for Christmas and handling some front desk shifts for us.
She'll be cleaning the balls.
Bathrooms.
The bathrooms.
Yeah.
Not even the bath. Not even the football.
No,
She's gonna clean.
That's
the
a step up.
bathrooms.
That's a promotion. That's a
level
promotion.
2.
That's a promotion.
All right, so there's league nights.
Yep.
If I wanted to just come and bring some friends and play some bowling,
Yep.
How's that work?
So you got 2 options. You can do open play, which works a lot like a pickup basketball court. You got an area for open play, and it's and again, more often than not, you can get on a lane right away. This time of year, we are just cranking.
Packed with
so
parties.
It's packed with parties, packed with people. It's
Do you
great.
have open bowling set aside outside of the parties?
Yes, unless we get
Unless
somebody
Eli
to say-
Lilly does
comes
150.
in and says, "Hey,
Simon and Eli Lilly calling the
Right.
same day. Oh, and Mike Cunningham.
Ezekiel called and said, "Hey, Eskenazi Health said,
Uh-huh.
we want that 5K." And we're like, "Whatever,
Gotcha.
Here it is." So yeah, normally we've got the 5K up front, which is where they have the tournament in first. So we got those 5 lanes, and it works like a pickup basketball game.
Okay.
Winner stays, loser walks. We will obviously help everybody out with that and make sure that you get to play. And again, we move everybody around so that you come in, you're not going to sit there for 2 hours and not get on a lane. We're going to figure it out for you. And we got 33 lanes.
What's the cost to do open?
$10.
What?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I can play all night for $10?
You can play all day.
Holy crap.
We went back to our original pricing this year for our 5-year anniversary. We said, you know what? Times are tough. Things are expensive as shit. We're just gonna go.
That is an inexpensive, fun night to do stuff.
And if you have a group of, if you want to rent your lane and it's yours for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, whatever you decide you want to do, I would say start with 2.
Yeah,
just to get into it.
I think 2 is a good amount of time.
It's $120, but you can put 10 people on it, so it's still 10.
Do you provide ice for my shoulder?
I can give you. I got ice packs.
Massages.
Yeah.
I'm not going that far. I just need ice. Just need a bag of ice.
So, is there any chance there's going to be another location in Indianapolis?
That's a great question. I would love to open one up in the north side.
Why is it always north side? Bring
bring
shit to the south
it's all the
side.
men are proud and
That's my south side.
the men are proud and the sheep are nervous down there.
But-
You got to go up there where the money's at.
Yeah, I would love to.
We have the number 1 high school baseball team in the area.
I didn't
We
mean
got
nothing.
people who can throw.
Yeah.
And Carmel has the number 1 wallet.
They swim. They swim.
No, I'm not talking about the school. I'm
That's
talking about
true.
the people that live there.
It's fine. Go on.
No,
Sorry.
it's again, I track all those demographics and we pull from east, west, and south. And it's just for whatever reason, getting folks to come.
North side downtown's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it is hard. And
Put
it's
something in Carmel. You got a whole group of people.
I
The
would love
Fishers, Zionsville area.
Westfield would be great.
Yeah.
Grand
Park.
I've thought about Grand Park's a tricky one, but yeah, I would actually love to do it kind of by Deer Creek.
Deer Creek's a good name for that place.
Uh-huh.
Cliffs,
Yeah, Cliffs,
Verizon, whatever you want to call it.
But yeah, no, there's plenty of land, obviously, and I would love to build one from the ground up.
That'd be very cool.
That would be out of
out here in McCordsville, there's a lot of warehouses.
There is.
The men are proud and a little sheep nervous
there you
out
go.
here too.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
So, you said there are 10 locations.
Yep.
Are there any cities that have more than 1 Fowling Warehouse in it?
Not yet. No.
Okay, so
No,
we could be.
so
So we could be the first.
Yeah, we could be. Yeah, it would be awesome. Actually, you know what?
Chris would be
Now I
like,
have
"Damn
to
it,
do
how'd you do that?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, you're in Detroit, dude. People are stealing your bowling pins."
It's not bad. It's
No, Detroit. I mean, I have a lot.
Traffic's
I have
great.
as many friends in Detroit as I
Yeah.
do in Indianapolis. So guys, don't get
That's
mad
a
at me.
lot.
Detroit's
No,
pretty awesome.
But it would be neat to do. I'd probably do it on a little bit smaller scale. I wouldn't go the whole 50,000 square feet. I'd kind of make it a little bit more intimate. Just maybe like 20 lanes, maybe 25 or 30,000 square feet.
Kind of like the archery places. Not
archery.
Sorry, the
throwing,
axe throwing.
Yeah,
that's what I was going
but
for.
I mean, this garage would be great, actually.
Well, we can
Okay.
put.
All right,
I
right
am
here in
open
McCordsville.
for some form of lease agreement.
yeah.
I don't have a liquor license.
Per
but
se.
I do.
A lot of pouring going on here.
Yeah. So yeah,
Excellent.
that would be a unique goal. We were looking in Fort Worth, or not Fort Worth,
Fortville,
yeah, Fortville.
Fortville?
Yeah, we were looking for. There was actually a place that.
Fortville's like you're right in the growing area.
Yeah, I know, and that was
And
that was.
as for restaurants, we could have our buddy Jake build a restaurant in
Jake
your place.
Burgess?
Jake Burgess, who owns Fox Garden and all
Oh,
these
yeah,
great
yeah, yeah,
restaurants.
yeah, yeah.
We
And
could
Jake-
make a tequila bar in there, that
Yeah.
a true
Gosh, this is
agave
a
bar.
partnership.
Yeah.
meant to
Oh
be.
my gosh!
So I was thinking about putting. I was approached by Crown Royal to put a Crown Royal little.
Let's do it
annex
as
bar.
agave bar. Let's do
Okay,
an agave bar.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking now, like this
We might be able to get
the-
our friends from Sun King, Kevin
Sun King
Smolar,
beer, and then I'll
come
build an
in.
agave bar.
Yeah, I think that would be neat.
This is
Lux Bev, listen up. We're gonna
This
blow
is
this thing up.
this is meant to be.
Yeah.
All right. So if someone wanted to follow the Fowling Warehouse or reach out,
Yep.
I will say Fowling Warehouse Instagram is legit.
Yep.
I do follow them, and I think it's great.
Yep.
So I'll plug that.
Thank you.
How else do we find Fowling Warehouse info?
FowlingWarehouseIndy.com is you're going to get all that stuff. You're going to get
That is
you're gonna-
bowling with an F.
yes,
Fowling.
Yeah, bowling.
I'll
Bowling,
put it up
yeah.
here on the screen so that you
or
can
just
see.
come by and check it out. I tell you,
Please do.
The best thing about it is you walk in, you're like, oh,
Isn't there like an Indy
It's
car like,
gigantic.
right
Yeah.
inside your lobby?
got it Indy car right in there, and that was actually the touch car that was in the museum. They actually stored all the cars on the other side of the wall when Penske did the old did the renovation. So that was cool.
Tell me that's Connor Daly's car.
Yeah.
They don't need to know.
Yeah, they don't need to know.
It's
That's
Connor
another
Daly's
guy.
car.
Yeah,
That's
but
another guy
we
we
have
get
had
on
a
the show.
number of drivers in, and they're drivers.
They don't
Drivers are
throw
awesome.
well.
No,
They
drivers are awesome.
awesome
Ooh.
people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of something. You had mentioned, I want to say it was last year or the year before, maybe the Big Ten championship was here, and a long snapper.
It's okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
It wasn't here. So in Detroit, in our Detroit.
Oh, it was
warehouse,
Detroit. Okay.
yeah, the Motor City Bowl that happens.
Yeah, that's it.
Every year, they've got an agreement where the teams, the night they come in, they bring the teams to the warehouse. Warehouse is closed for them. They set it up to where each team plays themselves, and they have a good time. Whatever. They're not obviously drinking or anything like that, but
Because they're kids.
they're kids. Yeah.
Each team plays themselves and they had a good time.
Yeah. No,
That's
but then the teams decide who their best offensive, defensive, special team, and coach are. So 4 people. And then the best 4 from that team play against the best 4 from the team that they're going to be playing in a bowl game against. And if you look it up on ESPN, I believe it was West Virginia against Minnesota, University of Minnesota. The long snapper was their special teams guy, and he long snapped it and hit the pin, the last pin, and the roof blew off the place.
Wow.
And next day, the coaches were on ESPN for their 10-minute coaches interview, and 4 minutes of it was talking about Fowling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They
That's a
were
great
It-
commercial.
It makes
yeah.
so much sense that
Yeah.
a long snapper would be good.
and
at
it
that.
was a laser. And
Yes.
and it's out there. I'll send it to you. But
You know what?
it was
I
so
bet I
cool.
can find it on YouTube.
You could
Put it in
All
this
right.
video.
I'll All right. Well, Eric, this has been awesome.
Yeah.
This is a fun one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you are looking for a fun night with your friends, I absolutely encourage you to go check out the Fowling Warehouse if you've never been there. It is a great place. And $10, I mean, come on. And
Cheap.
visit the bar, and they got pizza. It is a great night out on Indianapolis. Please go.
And what's soon to be probably one of the best tequila bars
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the city. We're going to
Coming
make that happen.
soon. All
I
right.
got
Well,
space. Cheers,
bring it
gentlemen.
in.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Cheers.
This was awesome. We'll see you next time on Indiana Success Happy Hour.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Closing deals and cracking jokes, lender stall and buyer's ghost. We vent, we sip, we laugh, we think. Real estate makes us drink.